Hi there people. Now, as if we have created those movie effects, now we must jump up to 3D and we will work with it in After Effects. So let's get started. So first of all, to get started with 3D, we must create a new comp. Custom, alright, 1 minute is alright. Just change the background. Okay. There we go, we have our new comp created. And now what we are going to do is make a shape layer, convert it to 3D, and then we must make something that is 3D, and we must animate it. So let's get started. So go to your rectangle thing, just make sure it's an rounded rectangle. Alright, and then just draw a rounded rectangle. Make it stroke. Make it stroke, not white, but the same color as your rectangle. Alright, it's done now. And then what we have to do is hit this toggle switch. So this converts it to 3D. You can see these 3D lines. You can just drag it out in the Z space or drag it in. So you can even X and Y. Well, you can work with X and Y just like that, but it just allows you to work with the Z space. Yup. Now what we are going to do next is change the renderer. That's classic 3D to ray traced 3D, and then hit OK. And then what we are going to do is go down to our shape layer, and here now we have another option coming up by just selecting the ray traced 3D. So that is geometric options, and there we must increase our bevel depth to something. Alright, and then extrusion depth to something. Alright, so let's just make it 2.8 and 28. All bevel depth, just keep it as it is, and you can just see it through. Let's just not there. Yep, transform through your Y rotation. You can see that edge coming up. Alright, so that's your 3D. Yep, so we are going to animate it. Control Z that. Just Control Z that again. Alright. And you can even see that our renderer, not our renderer, but our After Effects has made the resolution quarter to just render things faster. So it just adapts to your workload. So that's your shape layer, and then so you don't need to change those resolutions and stuff like that. It just adapts it in CC by its own self. Alright, so now what we are going to do is add another shape and hit pen tool and get the fill, get a good fill, kind of red. Okay, oops, not this one. Yup, we need the pen tool for another thing. Alright, so just drag it there, 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 and there. So, well, you can even do something like well, let me just see. Select this thing and go to fill, contents, fill, there we go, and then we have this color. We must, what I'm trying to do here, alright, let's just select this guy and let's just make it a bit darker. Let me just select it once more and let's just make it darker. Yup, this one is good. So you know, it just contrasts up, so yeah, we want that. And it's stroke, well, we must select it stroke. Oh, not that one, but actually this one. Alright, and there we have our stroke selected, and we must make this 3D too. Yup, and to do another thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to again increase the extrusion depth to the same level, 2.28. 26 might do, and this one must be 2.6. Alright, so we have kind of a depth. Let's check it out. So we have got our transform. No, that is for your content. Yeah, transform. Yep. So our Y rotation. Let me just see it. Well, there are no edges type of thing, but yep, it will give our 3D effect when we'll start to animate it. So let's get started. Let's just make this down. Yep, and let's start with the first one. So hit the stopwatch on the Y rotation, then go shift page down, a little shift page up, and let's just hit it 90 degrees, and then again shift page down, and let's just hit it perhaps 360 degrees. Alright, so it will just turn, as you can see. Perhaps, let's just see. frame review. It's just too slow on the FPS. Well, let me just stop it. So now that's kind of yep, it is actually going 360 degrees. So yeah, and just goes 90 and then 360. All right, double rotation. So there you go, and we are going to do the same for here. And let's just get the contents back and hit our Y rotation, make it 0, shift page down, make it 90, shift page down, and make it 360. Into that. Oops. Yeah, perhaps it will work. Let me just check it out. Yeah. So we have got an animation out there. You can see this. It's just rotating. Shoop and doop. So that's your basic rotation, and you can even add something in it, so to make it more of a let's just hit the stroke better. Where's the stroke? And let's just make it darker. Okay, so it just gives it the feel. Alright, that's for shape layer 1, for shape layer 2, contents, stroke, and again a bit darker. Yeah, now it might work. Let's see. So it just comes around, and there we go. Boom, boom. You know, it just looks really 3D and it looks great. Yep. So that's some pretty stuff, and you can even add something over it, like let's just drop another thing. People use 4D cinema for sort of things, but 4D cinema has some problems. But if you really want to learn it, I will teach you and keep updating lectures, so don't worry. Cinema 4D will be covered up sometime in this course. So yeah, and then we have got our not rounded, but we want a rectangle too. Yes, so let's just delete this one. Yep, and hit the rectangle, and let's just make a graph sort of like it's a display. And let me just keep it in between, sort of, and let's just make it width make its width kind of less. Alright, so let's just control C that, control V that. So we have got another one, and let's just make it bigger, stronger, bigger, better. Yep. And again control V there, and of its same height and width. It's just kind of you can do control Z and drag this thing and drag this. Alright, it won't work. Yes, so I'll just leave it. Just drag this thing. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, so we have our third graph a bit down. Yeah, so there we have our third graph sort of a bit up, I believe. Yeah, so we have our graph sort of thing. Yep. And then we need another graph. So again, hit Control V and just drag it over here.